Okay, and let's go to shot. All right. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? And it looks like I am live. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Am I live? Am I live? Talk to me, guys. Am I live? You guys see me? You guys hear me? How do I sound? Let's see here. Green flag is out. Corvette Racing 48. Yoshi fan. How do I sound, guys? Type in the comments. How do I sound? How do I look? Am I good? Am I hearing you guys? Am I seeing you guys? Talk to me. Talk to me. This is my first time ever streaming, and yeah, let's see. The comments are rolling here. Eric Keplinger says sounds all good. RC45 fan says we are all good. Sonic Rule says I'm sounding good. And you guys see me? I'm on the camera. You guys see me? Alright, it looks like we're good. We're seeing a lot of greens. A lot of people saying sounding fine. Hello, Rasheem Stewart. Alright, so how's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. And this is the first live stream that I have ever done. I actually just installed OBS, the studio thing. So I don't know how it works. I'm just using this to get this stream going. And Blue Jimmy 48 fans saying I'm looking gorgeous. Well, I don't know how you look, Blue Jimmy 48, but I bet you look great today. So the point of this live stream, just going to do our first Q&A. I decided to do it live instead of doing the thing where we would make a video and ask you guys ask questions and I make a separate video. I say we just do it live. Just have a nice, active, open conversation, whatever you guys want to talk about. Super chat is open, so if you guys want to throw a super chat my way, you will have my full attention. Otherwise, I'll just go through you guys' chat and we'll be going through just a conversation. Just talk to you guys. How's life? Let me instead of doing the thing where we would shush. And we will go from there. So, Eric Keplinger asks, how is my day going? It's pretty intense. I actually went and saw Toy Story 4. If you guys want me to talk about that, I can totally do that. Otherwise, yeah, saw that. Very emotional. Very awesome movie. I wouldn't say I'm glad. I'm glad they made it. I'm really glad they made it, but I was also very cynical going into the film. But I also went to Walmart, and that was very hectic because I jumped to 5 different lines. So that was fun. A couple of questions that were in the, the beginner, what's it called again? The beginning party or whatever, the first people, they asked a couple of questions. One person asked, the Diamond Sword Dude 42 asked about the Enter 2003 videos. And then the other person, the Racers TV, asked, do I like anime? And starting off with anime, there's some anime that I like, including Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Digimon. And I love those shows, but I haven't gotten too deep into the anime. I know Cowboy Bebop is a great show, and if there's some other shows you guys want to recommend to me, we could go ahead and do so. And then the Enter 2003 video. So I guess we can do that. And RC45 fan says no spoilers on Toy Story 4. Okay, I guess I won't. And then hi, Sir Reichenstein. Well, hello to you too. And then yeah, so the Enter 2003 videos. I guess we could talk about that a little bit. So I made that trilogy of series, and I announced I'm not making Enter 2003 videos anymore. I have been thinking just a bit about that. And one person suggested I do the What If Dale Earnhardt Was Still Alive from 2017 to 2019. I don't think I'm going to do that. I have no plans to do that. It's one of those things where it's I'd rather just let it go. Just like the show Gravity Falls, which the poster I have right over there. Very beautiful, gorgeous poster. But I just want to let it go. I feel good about where it ended. But I could do some other... Or I can't do, but I don't know, I could go on an adventure with Jeffrey Earnhardt and follow his NASCAR career or something like that. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a lot I can go. Dale Earnhardt Jr., would he still retire after 2017 or continue? And then I'm not gonna lie, one little fear I have, and you can kind of blame Iceberg Jarrett for this, but that whole video, the Wicked Witch of the South, like, low-key, I'm kind of glad, and hold on, Racing Fan 24842, I am normal, thank you for asking, you saw that video. But Teresa Earnhardt, I'm glad she has not, like, gone after me with my series because I use the DEI number font. No, I'm glad that she has. I don't know if she's noticed the series or not, and I think I should be okay because it's a big what if, just conspiracy theory or whatever. But yeah, Jeffrey Earnhardt is awesome, and I would be very cool, or it would be awesome to follow that. But it would not be in the same format as my other Dale Earnhardt videos because Camera Control Master is such a big butt. So here, let's go through a couple of questions here. Yoshi Fan 961, favorite Inter 2003 mod? I would say Winston Cup 98 mod because that was when I was most interested in NASCAR, and the way how Splash and Go Graphics really put the physics and the modding together was fantastic. And I'm so really happy how they did it, and with all the paint schemes as well. I wanted to do more with the Winston Cup 98 mod, but just because of all the stuff and crap that I had to go through, that's no longer an issue. Let's see, what are some other questions here? Afro Circus. Do I love F1? Race Day 2016 gaming? Not really. I never really found a passion for that sport. I know it exists, and I know that I was about to say Michel Jourdain. Wow. What's his name? Lewis Hamilton. That's his name. Lewis Hamilton wins like every single race. So, not really. But let's see. What other questions here? There's quite a lot of people here. 36. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. Thanks, guys. How are you? What are we at here? Didn't get all our lawyers, so that's good. Thanks, Corvette fan. Eric Keplinger, am I Michael Waltrip? No, but I wish. Let's see here. James Braun, would I ever do interviews? So that's actually a thought, and if this podcast, or not this live stream thing goes well, it wouldn't necessarily be like an interview. It'd be more like a live stream kind of thing, and we just talk, and it wouldn't be like solely focused on NASCAR. Like, for example, let's just say I talk to Darian, Black Flags Matter. We can talk about NASCAR stuff and NASCAR news, but then we would get into more deeper stuff like life and I don't know, other NASCAR theories, or just more in-depth stuff, because that's what I love, is deep. I want to have those deep, meaningful conversations, and sure, we could talk about NASCAR, but it's like we could go more. There's more to life than just NASCAR. And I mean, NASCAR, of course, is awesome and whatever, but yeah. Let's see. Tom's V8 engine, will GMS ever get a cup team? I could see them maybe having like a one-car team using the car number 23, but I don't think it'll go too far. Driver, maybe John Hunter Nemechek, but I don't know. We will see about that. Let's see. Jetman99 saw Paul Menard smiling. That is like 1 in a million shot. I wish you would take a picture of that, but no, good for you. I'm glad you were able to see Paul Menard smiling. My dog just barked. Her name is Ava. She's adorable. Let's see here. Thanks, Ava. You're the best. Let's see here. 2045 Daytona 500 winner prediction. I don't even know what the ages of everyone would be. Todd Gilliland. Todd Gilliland will be the champion in his final year in NASCAR. Boom. Aero Racing Design. What is my opinion on Frosted Flakes? Well, you guys are really typing a lot here. Opinion on Frosted Flakes. They're bland and full of sugar, and I've been, cutting sugar out of my diet, so, like, it's okay, but it's like a last resort food. Let's see. Do a What If They Weren't Bus series. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Like how I take all the busts in Darian's videos, and here, let's go on a little adventure here. I'm gonna go on to Black Flags Matter's channel, and I'm gonna look at everyone's busts here for a second. Black Flags Matter. Here we go. Yeah, like Travis Pastrana. Like, what if Travis Pastrana was not a bust? What if Dylan Kwasniewski was not a bust? It would actually be interesting if Travis Pastrana ended up becoming like a Cup driver in the Cup series. Yeah, would he still be with Roush? I don't know. He's a character, so I could see him being at like Stuart Haas, but I don't know. Dylan Kwasniewski. If Dylan Kwasniewski was in the Cup Series, I think he would be with like what's his name? Not Braun Racing. What was it? Turner Scott. That's it. If Turner Scott was still a Cup team, then well, you guys are commenting a lot. But Turner Scott would be if that team still exists, and Dylan Kwasniewski would be their golden boy, their Jeff Gordon, if you will. Let's see. Wrong. It's Michael Waltrip. Boy, you guys are probably a lot. If you guys, just a heads up, if I do skip your question, I do apologize. And I do mention Super Chat is open, so if you guys want to do that, you guys have my full attention, and you guys are supporting the channel and the cause, and so that would be greatly appreciated. What should I answer next? Let's see here. Aero Racing Design. What is my favorite console NASCAR game? NASCAR Thunder 2004. If I can get that to work on here, I would love to do some fun, creative, random like live stream with that game. And I want to do something different with that game because everyone like plays it and it's like they're trying to be the best and win every single race. And that's boring. I want to do something different. Like like one idea. Like don't steal this anyone, but like try to purposely create like the closest points finish like in NASCAR history and try to like modify it in some way where like at the end of the like in the final race, and this is points by the way, no chase, no playoff gimmick, but like have like the top 10 all be like within 20 points of each other and any of them can like win the championship. Something random like that. Let's see what else. Boom shakalaka, if your mom was a zombie, would you kill her? No, because I love my mom and I would turn into a zombie for her. Yoshi fan, let's see, I already answered one of your questions. Would I like to see Kamikaze Games as Wolverine in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That's from Tom's V8 Engine. That would be cool. I know that he yells like Wolverine, so I don't know, if someone wants to Photoshop his face on top of Logan, then that would make my day. Let's see here. Updates? Hold on. RC48 wants updates on what? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fair. Hold on, I got a super chat from Corvette Fan Racing 48. Okay, thanks, dude. Thank you for the super chat, Corvette Racing 48. Really appreciate it. Who is my favorite active driver? Oh, that's a good question. It is a tie. I would say Ryan Blaney. I don't know. There's something about his persona that I like, but I'm not as like, because my all-time favorite driver is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Like, I've liked him and supported him through the ups and downs at early Hendrick Motorsports. Like, I was with him through all of 2009. And so, like, if I had to pick one, I would say Ryan Blaney, but I really, at this point, like any underdog. So, like, Matt DiBenedetto, I like Daniel Suarez, I like Bubba. Like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of any driver that has, like, been winning a lot. And, like, Truex, I used to like Truex when he was at Furniture Row Racing. But ever since he joined Joe Gibbs Racing, I don't know, there's something about him, like, his personality changed somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question, Corvette fan, or Corvette Racing 48. Greatly appreciate the super chat. So, update on the Summer Showdown. So I know that quite a few of you guys have been sending like interest, and it's one of those things. Just a heads up, my cat is right here, so if you hear her meowing, that's my cat. She's just hanging out underneath. She will not steal the show because, not to be, selfish, but I want to answer your guys' questions. So, Summer Showdown update. Let's talk about that. So, I know a lot of you guys have said invite somebody, like, it's a great opportunity, and so the thing is, like, because of the crap that I had to go through with NR 2003 and Camera Control Master, as you guys know, that's not happening on NR 2003. So I've been talking to Core, like the Core Racing League, and when they are more prepared to like announce more of the details, It's mostly going to be with the core drivers. So like everyone that was in like core season 1, like What Incarnation, Joseph Lombard, Danny B, all those guys. Like this will be like a special event for that. And it's just going to be with those guys. Like it's not going to be like an open event with everyone racing and like it would be cool. Like don't get me wrong, it'd be cool to have like 80 drivers and have this huge event, but like I just feel like that'd be too big. And I don't know, down the road we can try something, I don't know. But for right now, it's just a special little event, 2019 Summer Showdown. And so unfortunately, it's not going to be like a huge, it's more, what do you call it? Like a invite only event where again, the core drivers are in. And so even though you guys aren't going to be able to race in it, I know this is a hard topic and of course, Sissy, no. Ugh. So this is my cat. Her name is Sissy. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. She wants to be a star. There you go. So I do apologize if I seem to have gone the wrong way with that. And so yeah, but you guys can still support your favorite YouTubers like Eric and Danny B and Darian and whoever your favorite drivers are, and we'll go from there. So in terms of the track, I have an idea of where we're going to go, but the core is going to announce that. So we're going to keep that on the down low. And we'll go from there. So hopefully that answers you guys' questions. If you guys have any more, I'll definitely go ahead and answer some of those. So everyone racing design, your cat is fat. I also have a fat cat as well. He's a twin and his name is Billy. Fun fact. Tom's V8 engine. Do I watch Soundhead Entertainment? I do not, and it's definitely a shame that I do not. Oh, here we go. We got another super chat. Sonic Rules 831, $2. Any other races you're planning on going to? Yes. Okay, this is something I do want to talk about, and this is talking about just my plans for the rest of 2019 here. So I've just been thinking a lot about just planning ahead and just where I want to go and whatnot. So first of all, in July, I am planning on going to the Iowa Xfinity race again. But what I think I'm going to try to do is go the entire weekend because, and you guys can, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, the K&N series races at Iowa that Friday. And I'm going to try to go that Friday night. And I'm going to try to bring the Hailie Deegan diecast that Danny B and all of you wonderful people helped made and see if I can get Hailie Deegan to autograph that car. Because then I think it'll go like full circle and then Hailie Deegan will know that she is the 2018 Summer Showdown champion. And then on Saturday, then I'll go to the Xfinity race and hopefully have a good time with that. And then the other race, and this is just an idea. I'm playing around with it and hopefully it all comes together. My hope is that on November, I am thinking about going to the Phoenix race, at ISM Raceway. And it's part of a bigger picture, if you will. So my thinking is that weekend, I'll fly down to Phoenix, enjoy the race, and if there are other people there, I can go ahead, say hi, hang out, whatever. And then when that race is done, I'm going to take a little trip out to LA, Los Angeles, and check out the sites, see everything, check out Disneyland, check out if they have like animation studio tours, maybe do that. But that's something that I want to plan on and maybe talk with other people and like make connections, if you will. Because as I mentioned in previous videos, like I want to focus more on, creating my own series, creating my own show, working more with animation. And I know LA isn't necessarily the best place to be, but I also know there's a lot of potential and possibilities out in LA as well. And so it's just an idea. And so I don't know who said it, but the whole saying, once you say it, then it'll come into reality. That's kind of my hope with that. So yeah, that is my hope with that. I don't believe I'm going to go to Kansas in the fall. I don't think I'm going to go to that Bristol night race where everyone else is. I think I'm gonna be heading out to Colorado that same weekend as the Bristol race, but I'll keep you guys in mind on that. But yeah, really the biggest thing right now is just to save up and continue on with my pursuits. So, all right. So hopefully that answers your question, Sonic Rules, and thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so let's go into the chat here and let's see what else. Any other questions? What do you got for me? You guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves, which is cool, but let's see. Deegan would love that. Stream's dead. Absolutely. RC45 fan, go to Pocono for the truck race. Probably not. I think that's just a little far out for me. Plus, I'll wait until the racing gets better, if you know what I mean. Just kidding. Let's see. What do you guys got for questions? Eric Keplinger, do you watch any of this guy named Griffin Spears videos? Okay. I know you're memeing, Eric, but that's actually a funny kind of question. Do I ever watch my own videos? Just for fun. I think sometime down the road, and if I can figure out OBS, I want to like re-watch my my videos, like my older videos, and just to kind of critique on them and just how far I've come. Like, for example, the stop motion videos. Like, just go back and just relive the times of Windows Movie Maker and oh my goodness, 8 frames a second, all that heck. Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, no, that would be something fun I want to do. And like with OBS, as I said, like I just downloaded it like last week, and all I know is what I have right now is just talking to you guys. I don't know how to like put on another screen. I don't know how to do the games and like put it in Xbox too, because I know that you can like stream Xbox and or PS4 onto the computer. And again, I don't know how to do that, but I would eventually like to do that for sure. All right, what else? Sir Reichenstein, Colorado deserves a NASCAR race. Send the truck series to Pikes Peak. I would endorse that. Thank you, Aero Racing Design. Follow me on Twitter at Griffin Spear. Let's see. Hamlin Fanatic 11, does Pikes Peak still have races? No, but they still do the like the driving experience. I think it was Rusty Wallace that has the driving experience. And of course, I do want to bring that track back. No question about it. Let's see here. Eric Keplinger, do a backflip. No, I am not that flexible. Let's see. Steam's Dev. Hey Griff, since Sonoma changed its layout for the Cup Series, do you think Rockless Lynch should do the same like Cup cars to the boot? Yeah, for the sake of something different, absolutely. I like that idea because, I like change, And there are some things that I don't mind like having the same, but like if they're not going to change the schedule much, they might as well change the layout and give Watkins Glen the boot, if you will. Like don't like kick it out, but like add the boot to the racetrack. Let's see what else. Yoshi fan, what if Chicagoland and Chicago Motor Speedway both raced in the Cup Series? That would be amazing. And then like with my One More Spark series, like remember I had like Chicago and Chicagoland like taking turns, but that would be kind of cool. Like having like Chicago and Chicagoland race like one weekend, like a double header, like with Pocono, except you go to like different like racetracks. Let's see. Idea. Will Tom's V8 engine. Idea. Will NASCAR bring back the Milwaukee Mile? They should. I don't know why they're not. But, money and, contracts and so many people. And that's one thing that does bother me is that there are so many people, like, involved. And, like, I'm glad there's a lot of people involved. But, like, if there's so many, like, voices, it seems like nothing gets accomplished. So one person, like Steve Phelps, should just go in and be like, okay, we're going back to Milwaukee. We're going to have one weekend. Cup, trucks, Xfinity. We're all going to race there. Let's go. Corvette Racing 48. Let's see here. If Adam Petty never died, what would his Cup career be like? I think it'll be good. I would say 20 wins. He will not win a championship. Best finish, probably second in 2010. And I think he would probably retire somewhere in 2023. He would be with Richard Petty Motorsports for a while, but then I would say in 2012 he would drive at Hendrick Motorsports, and then he'll be at Hendrick Motorsports until he retires in 2023. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? I want to try to answer different people's questions as well, because I know a few of you guys have You guys have asked quite a few, or a lot of the same guys have asked several questions. And I want to try to get some of the other guys, all of you with 36 watching, thank you guys so much for watching. Afro Circus, what do we got? TMFD, what are your thoughts on the following drivers? Justin Boston, don't really know much about him. I know that he drove for Hendrick Motorsports for a few years. He's a bust. Romano Quiroga, I would have loved to see him do better, but he just kind of faltered. Cameron Haley, wasn't he kind of just there because that sponsor, what's it called? Haley, I don't remember the company, but yeah, let's see. Rico Abreu, I wish that, hold on, stop texting. Rico Abreu, I wish he did well, but I also think he does pretty well with the dirt racing, and so whatever makes him happy. And then Austin Terrio, he had a good thing going, but because of contracts and shenanigans, he is no longer like racing. And yeah, because you guys heard the announcement that Austin is going to be in the 52 car in the Cup Series at New Hampshire. That is cool, and I'm so glad that he has a shot, even though it's not like, you know, a top contending car, but hey, it's something, right? Let's see here. When you hit 5K subscribers, you should chug a gallon of Pepsi. Aero Racing Design, I will do that. I will chug a Pepsi just for you and just for Wood Incarnation, because I know he loves that stuff. But I also need to be careful because I know I'm also on a diet as well. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Let's see. What was that? I thought I saw. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Die Hard 8838. Favorite Dale Jr. scheme. Probably Dale Jr.'s AMP car from 2008. Here, I have that car right here. Here we go. This car right here. Let's see, I don't know if the focus is good on this, but I don't know. I really like the simplicity of this scheme because it's very, I'll put it back. Like, it's very simple, but it's also, like, has its own unique identity as well. And, yeah, no, I enjoy that paint scheme a lot. All right. Oh, okay. We can talk about that. Jetman999. Actual question. What are your thoughts on Bell being disqualified today? I'm sorry. That's how I think of it. I think that's hilarious that the disqualification, because he was third, right? That he was disqualified, or that he was in. Yeah. I mean, okay. I hate to say it, but like, even though that does suck, it really also, in the grand scheme of the playoffs, doesn't really mean anything. If it were an actual like points race, then yeah, it would have a lot more weight. But since with the playoffs and everything's going to get reset anyway, I think that's a big flaw in the playoff format that we have now. Yeah, that's that. I mean, it sucks for him for sure, but like, I chuckle because in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't make any difference. Sure, he won't win like the regular points championship, but all he has to be is in the top 4 at Homestead, and then boom, he could still potentially be your champion. But probably not if Tyler Reddick is also in the Final 4, or what do you flipping call it, the Championship 4 anyway. Okay, let's see. It was Haley Cabinets. Thank you for the correction, RC45 fan. Okay, we can talk about that. Rasheem Stewart, how is my physical, mental, and spiritual health? Yeah, we can talk about this for a little bit. It's getting better. It's definitely getting better. And just in terms of my creativity, it's and that's actually something I wanted to mention too. So in terms of actually making videos, I am like, yeah, and it's something, again, I am doing, but I should have done for a while. Like, I'm not going to be making like actual videos like with edits and whatnot for a while, but things I am still doing, collaborations, and I mentioned it before in several videos and whatnot. I am down with helping other people with their content. So if you guys want my like audio, like for example in Eric's NYOSS, I was the commentator for that race. So if you guys want my voice or my input or whatever, I could totally do that. Doing the live stream thing, so either doing like interviews or like I thought I've had 2, and this goes into number 3, but well, here, we'll get to 3 in a moment. I'm getting ahead of myself. But like with like video games for a minute, like if I do NASCAR Heat 3 or NASCAR Heat 4 when that eventually comes out, or doing the older games like NASCAR 3004 or Dirt to Daytona or something fun like that, I would totally be down for doing that. And just to, you know, chill with you guys. And another idea too is like is to brainstorm like ideas. Excuse me. Like, for example, we could have a sit down discussion and we can shoot the breeze about, let's just say, what if Adam Petty is still alive? And we could like sit down and we can like write down a story / script of like everything that happens if Adam Petty was still alive. And we can talk more in depth of like numbers and which driver goes to what team and what years. And we can like, excuse me, do like a data sheet of like where everyone goes. I know it's not as cool looking as doing like a video, but I still have those ideas in mind and I still want to try to like, you know, write something out. So we'll see about that. And then the third one is and this is the thing I'm actually going forward to, and that is Photoshop. And so what I'm doing like this month is that I am doing a lot of learning in that regard, and I'm going to be focusing a lot more on design. And so I recently bought a drawing tablet, and with that drawing tablet, even though I know quite a bit about Photoshop, I want to learn more about it. And I mean, just yesterday, I learned a couple of shortcuts. And so I want to keep going in that regard. So the thing is, I still want to get creative. I still want to make stuff. But because Camera Control Master is a ginormous piece of garbage, I can't do that. I can't, like, and it sucks too. I want to confess something to you guys. Like, I love doing the shorts. I loved making those shorts. Like for example, the one that's I'm back, and it's really short. 25, 1999 trucks at Lowe's. I love doing that. It was something simple like a 5-lap dash, and I had Greg Biffle and Ron Hornaday side by side in the line, and then I had a huge flip with Andy Houston. I love that. It was so fun, and then getting so creative with the camera shots was so cool, and I love that. Camera Control Master decides, you're gonna work for a while, and then crash. And then I cannot go back into Camera Control Master until I restart the computer on Windows 10. And yeah, I've had people say like, you should get Windows 7 or a computer that is more capable with Camera Control Master, and it's just like, yeah, I can do like a huge like workaround on that, but I also wonder if it's like a time for me to move on, you know, because it's like, sure, I can get a computer with like Windows 7, but how long would that computer work for, you know? And so it's like I have to put a lot of trust into something on that. Steam Staff says it's downgrade to Windows 7. See, another worry I have about that, like, there's a lot of uncertainty behind it. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of uncertainty about there's a lot of uncertainty behind making that downgrade. Like, I don't know if my files I already have on here would be corrupted, or if I go down that route, I would just go ahead and purchase like another laptop that would already have Windows 7. But I don't want to get too deep into that. But like, and I already made like. God, and that was so dumb. I don't know. Like those videos, I made that trifecta videos. Like I know it didn't get that many views, and I probably should have just done a live stream anyway about that. But I did it, and hey, lesson learned. And my cat is bothering me. So, all right. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Let's see. Who is your least favorite driver? NASCAR diecast. I hate to say it, but like all the drivers that have won so far this season. So like Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, I'm mixed. Like I want to like him, but sometimes it's really hard. Like I think I found my threshold. People on Twitter that are like real, like for example Tyler Reddick, like how he actually like interacts with people like on Twitter. Like I have mass respect for him because he's a real person. But Joey Logano is like, make sure you see me at this Planet Fitness in Boise, Idaho. I don't know, but I don't know. Like I just like people that like are real. They're talking to each other, and like Brad Keselowski, I know does that, and it's like I don't know. Like Keselowski is like he's fine, but at the same time, I also don't like relate to him either. And then Truex, like, again, I used to like him just because he is with that one shop at Furniture Row Racing in Colorado. But ever since he joined Joe Gibbs Racing, he's been a bit of a headache. And especially since he absolutely destroyed my predictions. Thank you, Martin. That is interesting. And my cat is totally distracting me. I think she wants food, but you guys are more important at the moment. So I think I'm gonna go until about 10 o'clock. But if it's busy and if something changes, we'll go. But yeah, we will go from there. So let's see. What are the questions? Die Hard 8838. Would I do Inter 2003 without camera control? Maybe. And I mentioned it like on Twitter. Like an idea I have is, you guys remember what if Jury Nadu was with Hendrick Motorsports? Like stayed with Hendrick Motorsports. I could do something like that, and then like some of the camera shots that I would have for like the future outlooks, I would just use the actual camera in the game. Excuse me. That's a thought. Like I thought about doing that as well. And by the way, 37 viewers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Afro Circus. I've never seen that movie, by the way. Madagascar 3. I know that's what it's from. Smithfield with a bunch of exclamation marks. Which underdogs do you think will make the Final Four at Homestead? Ugh. Well, the way how this season's turning out, I would probably say Martin Truex, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Brad Keselowski. I think it'll be those four. Which, yeah, so like the only person out would be Kevin Harvick. But hey, it's the playoffs, it's March Madness, and anything can happen because everything is a gimmick. Let's see. What else? Who will replace DW and Fox? That's from BBN Sniper 24921. I hope Larry McReynolds. I really hope he does come back. He is an excellent commentator, and it has a nice little charm to it. It's Jeff, Larry, and Mike. Simple. Jeff, Larry, and Mike. Yeah, and so, but I don't know if they're gonna bring anyone up. Let's see, because Darrell is a driver. Yeah, they should have like a crew chief or something like that, because I like the setup that they have on NBC, where they have an older driver, a more recent retiree driver, a crew chief, and then of course an announcer. So if they have like a crew chief or spotter or something like that, then sure, that would be super cool. So let's see. Racing Fan 24842. What do I think was the worst call for NASCAR? Talladega 2015. Fall 2015. That was my worst experience with NASCAR in general. And I feel like it was part of the reason why I broke up with my one girlfriend at the time, which I don't want to get too much into. Let's see. What else do you guys want to talk about? That driver made himself the most hated driver at Martinsville in 2017. Oh, yeah, with Chase Elliott for sure. Sir Reichenstein. Let's see. TMFD, what is your favorite point system? Okay, this brings up like an idea thought, but to answer your question, I would say the traditional. Like, I originally thought like a playoff sound interesting, but just the whole idea of a gimmick bothers me. But it brings up an idea. Like, another idea I could do for streams is just like ideas that I have to, you know, save the series. Like, I've had like long, deep thoughts of like updating like the point system so that it would be like more fun. But like it rewards like winners, and like it makes more of the whole like race count. And again, I could do like a full stream of that like another day, but I could totally have fun with that. Let's see, what else do we got? You can say, and we have a caution. Yeah, that was Smithfield. I added that in my normal video, which by the way, I am normal. Let's see. Streams dev, Chad Knaus, question mark. I'm personally not a big fan of him just because he was crew chief with Jimmy Johnson, and still not a big fan of Jimmy Johnson, even though he's been in a slump. Let's see. Rasheem Stewart, would I like to see Ray Everham in the booth? Yeah, that'd actually be kind of cool. It having like, oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah, Ray Everham and Jeff Gordon with Mike Joy. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd buy that for like maybe $5. Let's see. Least favorite is, let's see. Questions. What about Rusty Wallace? Yeah, Rusty Wallace. But that'd be interesting though. Rusty Wallace and Jeff Gordon in the booth together, because you know how they're frenemies, if you will. Let's see. D. Schwal, have you ever considered getting a wheel and trying some iRacing one day? Not anytime soon, but maybe down the road. Like if everything doesn't cost so much, and then if they also have some fun with AI as well, then I can definitely get into that. But otherwise, I don't plan on doing anything soon. Let's see here. What else? Let's see. You guys are I'm so proud of you guys. 35 viewers. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Let's see. NASCAR diecast. What do you think of the Earnhardt family has done for NASCAR, and do you think it's possible for another racing family in the future to make the same impact that they have? Off the bat, I can maybe think about this more later, but off the bat, I would say no. The Earnhardts have done so much for NASCAR, and I feel like a lot of people watch NASCAR for the Earnhardt family. There has to be like the Bush family, maybe. But their mindset has to change in order for them to have an effect, like Kurt and Kyle, and if that legacy can really have a positive impact on the majority of the fans. Just trying to think of families. Waltrips, maybe, but I feel like their time has passed. The Selfs, Austin Wayne Self, Michael Self. I know they're not related, but wasn't there another? I don't know. But to answer your question, I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, we can talk about that. Corvette Racing 48 asks, what is my opinion on this year's aero package? It needs work. I definitely think it needs work. Like, I get where they're going for, but there's one thing I am missing, and that is speed. And, like, I get it. Speed does separate, like, the cars, but, like, I don't know. It's one of those like very like things, and I'll be honest. When I was a little kid, I was not really a big fan of like the long runs that they would have, because like in 1998, 1999, even though those were great years in NASCAR, they still had long runs. And so like the only way how they would like fix that is if they do like dashes, like. And it's a dumb idea, but it's a thought. Like, what if, like, at Bristol, instead of doing, like, 3 stages, they do, like, I don't know, like 10 stages, and then each stage is, like, 40 laps. It sounds dumb, I know, but with all, like, the dirt racetracks, they're all short races. Like, and that gets the people in the seats, you know? And yeah, I know it's dumb and I know it's different, but you get those short dashes, and it's a lot more of a mental game versus a physical game. And it's a lot more of a, what do you call it? A spectacle. That's it. So, I don't know, dumb idea, but hey, this is Griffin Spear, which I want to add. It's Spear, not Spire, like what IDK Player did in the podcast. Spear. Spear, spear, spear. Like the thing that you go in the wild and hit salmon with. So, yes. Let's see. Attention K-Day shoppers. What is your favorite store? By the way, just the way how I said it, like, attention shoppers. There are 5 more NASCAR Authentics added into the line, or something like that. I don't know. What is my favorite store? Probably Walmart, just because Walmart has NASCAR diecasts. Not recently, and we could talk about that. But I mean, I wouldn't say Walmart's like the best, but like the way how stores are going nowadays, like it just seems like no one cares. No one cares about like the way their store looks, which I get it because everything is online these days. But I mean, I still go to stores. I go to like Old Navy, and I still go to like Target and Walmart, but it's just like sometimes it's just people don't care, and it's sad because as someone that is visual, like I love seeing things organized and in line, but when you see like a mess on the ground and no one is willing to pick it up, it's like, wow, disgusting. All right, what else do you guys got? Let's see here. Favorite store. Let's see. Should I be on the NASCAR Weekly podcast more often? Okay, we can talk about that. Tom's V8 engine. I mean, if they want me on, they're more than welcome to ask, and if I can make time, I could definitely do that. But I've also had thoughts of like doing my own like little podcast on my own, because remember there was Griff and what was it? Griffin to Cast. That's it. And it'd be like live, like this. And I don't know, we could do a thing where we're like, from my point of view, we could talk about like the NASCAR weekend, and we could talk about other little things, and then we could do like interviews as well. And you know, like I know you guys love NASCAR, and I know you guys love talking about it and live and breathe and cannot stop talking about NASCAR. Like there's also other things in life that I also would love to talk about as well. So going back to what I talked about earlier with Darian, what I could totally do is just like have like a sit down conversation for like an hour, hour and a half, and we could just shoot the breeze about whatever. Talk about favorite drivers, least favorite drivers, racetracks, excuse me, how's life, all that stuff. This live stream is brought to you by water. Okay. So 31 viewers still. You guys are awesome. So let's see, 9:45. We'll see where we're at 10 o'clock. I'm thinking about going at 10 o'clock, but we'll see what you guys got. So, Jack the Boss, 41:45. What are my thoughts on the 2020 Cup schedule? Gimmicky. Lots of gimmicks involved in the schedule, including having Daytona being the regular series finale. Martinsville being at night. Oh, that's cool. Having Martinsville at night, I don't mind that. But having all the short tracks and having Talladega all being in the playoffs. My cat is being super annoying. I don't know why. But hey, if people like it, then fine. I support it as well. So thanks for the question, Jack the Boss, 41:45. Okay, I love this question. D. Schwal. What kind of music are you into? And I want to mention, I am totally down with non-related racing questions. Music that I'm... So, this is a question that I'm actually fine with answering often because it changes. The band I'm into right now is called Egypt Central. And I've gone into their 2 albums specifically, White Rabbit and their self-named album in 2005. I really like their songs, and I've been using them for my workout music, and it is just great. So thanks for the question, D. Schwal. Streams Dev, have I ever watched the 24 hours at Daytona parts? I haven't watched it. Hold up. Yep, my cat. Great. Yep. Hold up. Nope. I don't know why you're here and destroying my stream, but thank you. Okay. So the Rolex 24, parts of it, but I think it's just because it's such a long race. It's not appealing to me, and I get it. There's a bunch of strategy and whatnot involved, but I don't know if it's my attention span or what. I just saw my cat in front of the camera. Yeah, this is the first one, guys. First live stream, number 1, and it's full of poop. Okay, but to answer your question, the Rolex 24, like, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, to answer your question. Okay, what else you got? For a second. I don't know what that was. Let's see. Should NASCAR add turn 9A at Sonoma in the future? Attention KD stoppers. I don't know what that is. Was that what they just... Hold on. I'm going to look this up quickly. What is turn 9A Sonoma? What is that? Thank you. NASCAR. What is that? Oh, is that what was lost? Oh, I'm okay with the layout, if you will, but let's get back to reality. Okay. Excuse me. You know, it kind of sucks because the racing, the race that we saw at Sonoma was, you know, not really the best. Where third place was like 30 seconds behind. I don't know. I think it's the stages. I think it's the stages that ruined that race because they like do it backwards and so I don't know, methodical. So I don't know. I think just leave the course as is, but we gotta do something different with the stage layout. So, what else? Diehard 8838 thoughts on Nirvana. I respect that they are a huge band that was a huge impact on heavy metal for the future. But I think the problem is I listened to them so much when I was a little kid that I'm kind of sick of them. And I get it. I have great respect for them. Great band, but I I don't know. I get this like nauseous feeling whenever I listen to them because I listened to them so much as a little kid. Let's see. Let's see here. Jack the Boss 4145. What is my favorite sit-down restaurant? Thanks for all the questions, by the way, and for making this stream actually worthwhile. Excuse me. I've been talking a lot. A Denny's, either a Denny's or a Perkins. To answer your question, I like somewhere where it's quiet, and if I want to have like a one-on-one conversation with someone, I can actually like talk to someone without yelling at anyone. Griff, the type of guy who would rather go to a Denny's than a B-Dubs because it's more quiet. I don't know. That was a failed meme on the spot, but yeah, something where and I'm a huge breakfast guy, so give me some sausages, give me some eggs, give me some pancakes, and yeah, that's some good stuff right there. Let's see here. Jitman999, thoughts on Chicagoland in general? So it's gonna be I'm gonna take this a different direction. So like, let me put it this way, like, I'm glad it's there. Like, I'm glad the track exists, and I'm glad that I am like, or that NASCAR is there. The racing sometimes there can get boring, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not just Chicagoland. Like, from an architectural standpoint, I like Chicagoland, and the thing that I like it that makes it stand out is how the back straightaway is curved. But just, I don't know, like, that type of racing is not like good with the package that we have, and I strongly believe that it is the what's the word I'm looking for? The racing is like, unless they do something really, really gimmicky, like what they're doing with 2019, where you have the cars all like drafting against each other, you're going to get spread out racing. And so if there's any way to make it more like methodical, then great. Yeah, that's, so I like Chicagoland, like, architecturally, like, I'm glad it's there, but sometimes the racing there is kind of boring. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see, what else do you guys want to talk about? Turn 9A is the IndyCar chicane. Okay, thank you for that. Let's see, something more recent. Do you think, Racing Fan 99, do you think NASCAR should leave the cars racing after each stage at super speedways and road courses? I like that. Yeah, like, don't throw caution out after each stage. It would be different. The only downside is that, like, if there isn't any cautions in general, because the way how the cars are nowadays, like, it's almost impossible to spin. Like, you literally have to, like, slam someone from behind or sideways in order to spin them out and cause a caution. I do like that for the sake of having the race run more naturally, but it could also be taken the wrong way as well. Let's see, what else? If I had to choose, who do I think was the best driver in the 80s? Probably Dale Earnhardt. I did a bit of history of like drivers from the 80s, and Dale Earnhardt definitely showed off his stuff, especially in the late 80s. I wouldn't know who I would like in the 80s. Probably Dale Earnhardt, but since I was born in 93, I never really had that opportunity to deal with the 80s. Will I ever do food reviews? Eric Keplinger? Probably not. And that's just because I'm a picky eater. And I've been, forcing myself to be a lot more open with my foods, if you will. So probably not. Like, I mean, I don't mind the idea of, getting creative, but like, I still want to like make something that's like worthwhile, And so, shoving a camera in my face, and like that's another thing too. Like, even though I don't mind showing off my face and talking to you guys, like, I'm not a performer. Like, I don't want to be like a Jake Paul or Casey Neistat or, like, again, I don't mind having my face out and showing you guys and whatever. But like the Enter with these shorts and the content I make, I want that to be in the forefront. So I hope that makes sense. And like, again, like, I do not mind like talking to you guys and, like showing off my face, because there was a time, like, I think it was 2015 was the year when I finally showed my face on here. Because otherwise, before, I would either have my voice, or not even that, I would do music, either music or, the race car noises or whatever. But I said, screw it. I'm going to get my face out there, and now you guys know the way I look. And it's debatable whether I'm hot or ugly, but we're not going to talk about that. And yeah, that's I don't know where I was going with that, but it's, yeah, that is that. So let's see. Smithfield, do I like Linkin Park? Yes, I love Linkin Park. I am definitely a big fan of their earlier stuff, of course. I have a guilty pleasure soft spot for the 2010 album. I don't remember what it's called. Here, give me 1 second. Linkin Park albums. Let's see. What is it called? 1,000 Suns. Yeah, I know that one. Like, a lot of people were a little iffy on just because of the route they went, but I did not mind it. I did not mind it at all. But and then of course the last album before Chester, God bless, or passed away, God bless, or rest his soul. Yeah, no, I definitely love. Yeah, no, Linkin Park is great. I have no problems with them. Vikings Daily 005. What other sports do I follow besides NASCAR, and what are my favorite teams in those sports? Okay, we can talk about this. So the only real sport I do follow, again, none of them I follow as much as NASCAR, but NFL, just because I did football for a few years, and Green Bay Packers is my favorite team. But for all the other major league sports, baseball, favorite baseball team is the White Sox, because when I was in kindergarten, I did a little baseball team, and I was the White Sox, and it's like, hey, that's my favorite team. Excuse me. What else? So then basketball, Denver Nuggets, because I used to live in Colorado. Same thing with hockey, Avalanche, and then yeah, that's about it. IndyCar, I don't really have a liking in there. I did like Danica when she was in the IndyCar series. In terms of other favorite drivers, same thing with NASCAR. I like all the underdogs, like people that have not won, like and I do like what's his name? Connor Daly, is that his name? Or yeah, I like Connor Daly for sure. Let's see. Yeah, 1,000 Suns. Yep, that's what I was. Thank you. Let's see here. What else? Maple Boy, what is my opinion on these upper class snobs calling the car hole a garage? I don't know what you mean by that. Isn't a garage like where you're supposed to put your cars? Are they calling it car holes? I don't understand what you mean. Let's see. Everyone is mentioning their favorite teams. The Blues, Sonic Rules. Yep, for sure. Oh yeah, someone mentioned before, and Stop Mania brought it up. My opinions on Ross Chastain. I love the guy. I love how real he is. I'm glad that, like, he's a watermelon boy. Like, he was on a watermelon field, and the fact that he is able to drive a car, and I can also relate to him because it's like I can like, he has so many opportunities and he's going for it, and they've just been taken away from him, and it's like I can almost relate to that in some odd way. But I really hope Ross can kick some butt in the Truck Series, and I think he's proven himself. I think he deserves a Cup ride, and so long as the Cup Series doesn't turn into a gimmicky poop show, yeah, I definitely like Ross, and hopefully he doesn't turn into, you know, a selfish snob once he starts winning all those races. Diehard 8838, thoughts on Bad Flower or Avenged Sevenfold? I've actually never heard of Bad Flower, but Avenged Sevenfold, I like them. I do. I have currently 2 albums from them in the excuse me, I've been talking a lot. That's why I'm coughing. Avenged Sevenfold albums. Give me them albums. Nightmare, and is it really a self-named title? Yeah, the one 2007. Yeah, the self-named title album. That's it. Yeah, I do like Avenged Sevenfold. I definitely want to get more into them, but yeah, I'll get more into that, and I'll get back to you on the other albums as well as, what was the one? Bad Flower. That's it. Attention K-Day shoppers, thank you so much for stopping by the stream here. It is 10 o'clock. We can go for a few more minutes. I'm cool with that. I would say go for maybe 15 minutes or so. We can get some final questions rolling. Let's see. Do I have an... Okay, we can talk about this. JD75. Do I have an opinion on NASCAR Armino? So, I want to be upfront with you guys. The people at NASCAR Armino did reach out to me and asked if they wanted me to be a part of that and, you know, have, like, sponsored content for that. And I turned them down. And the reason I turned them down was just because where I'm at in my life, I was not making as many videos as other NASCAR YouTubers. And I just feel like it'd be a waste of time for them, honestly. And I also, too, like, again, and I mentioned this in a previous video, like, I want to get really creative, like, if I do make a commercial with that. Like, I don't want to just, like, sit here and be like, this video is brought to you by NASCAR Amino. And I want to make this clear. Like, I have lots of respect for NASCAR Amino. Like, I'm glad, and the Amino company, like, I'm glad that they are doing their thing. But with what I want to do, I'm very hesitant on that. I'm very iffy on that. So, Jack the Boss 4145, thank you for stopping by the stream here. And if you guys want to leave feedback and like suggestions, and also if you guys want to help with like OBS, because again, I want to do more stuff with this. So thank you guys so much. If you guys want to get out of here, you guys are more than welcome to. I'm gonna stick around for a couple more minutes, answer a few more questions, and coughing. I love coughing. We'll go from there. So. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on NASCAR Amino. Afro Circus. What else? Vikings Daily 005. Biggest surprise and disappointment so far this season. Biggest surprise, I would have to say in the Xfinity series. Like, how much that series has really taken on its own identity, like, because there are a lot less cup drivers in it, and the fact that Cole Custer was able to beat Joey Logano today, very happy about that. I'm so glad about that. But yeah, no, I am definitely surprised about that. Disappointment though, the winners that we've had this year. Like, there's no upsets, there's no like real big surprise. Other than Martin Truex absolutely taking a massive dump on my predictions, which is fun in games. But yeah, like, again, there's no big real surprise in terms of winners. So, what else? What else do you guys want to? So here, we'll go again, somewhere between 10:15 and 10:30, and then I will call it a night. And it's going pretty good so far. It's just when we get into, you know, like if I want to get into live streaming, what stuff I have to do. And we'll go from there. So 25. So yeah, again, 10:15, 10:30 is when we'll stop. Eric, show us some diecasts. If I can get some stuff, and actually one thing I've been thinking about getting to is like a legit like camera, one that's like, you know, 1080, 60 frames a second, and one with like a longer cord. So what I can do is, like, on the floor, I can like lay out all the cars, and like we can do for like one live stream, show you guys all of the diecasts that I have. So not today, but that is definitely an idea for something down the road. Oh yeah, you bet, JD75. Love it. Die Here 838, favorite song on the self-titled A7X record. Let me look at the songs that are on here. And no, I'm not going to play any here because, you know, copyright is great. I would say Afterlife. Yeah, off the bat, I definitely like Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold. Let's see here. What else? DC Comics Racing. What is my opinion on Natalie Decker? What she should do with her career after this year? I don't know. Like, I know that. I don't know. I really hope Natalie does good. Like, I hate seeing her suffer like this, and I hate seeing everyone that's being super negative to her. It's really toxic, if you will. And we can get into a whole conversation about that later. But yeah, I really want her to succeed. And I would maybe say have her do another year in ARCA in 2020, just to kind of get her career back and just make her more confident. But we'll see. Let's see here. Let's see. My favorite Michael Waltrip moment, 2001 Daytona 500. It was so cool seeing him win. And I think I mentioned this before in a previous video. He was my favorite driver for 3 years, 2001 through 2003. I think it was Talladega. The spring Talladega race is when I kind of shifted my mindset. And I decided to go from, excuse me, from Michael Waltrip to Dale Earnhardt Jr. So, oh, that's not a bad idea. Wood Brothers. What up, brother? Oh, and by the way, if Brent Moon is watching this, it's your boy, Griff Dog. There. I know he wanted me to do that, but that's so random. Okay. Can you do commentaries on NASCAR races, like my take on the finishes? That is a fun idea. I actually... Yeah, no, like, I like that idea. And hopefully copyright isn't a total butt. But yeah, I could totally do that. Do like the 2001 EA Sports 500. Do the final like 10 laps and just how I would commentate. And a little advice for people that want to do NASCAR commentaries. Like, go ahead and do that. Like, listen to the actual commentaries, especially like back in the day. And do that. Like, watch like those races, except you commentate. And if you can like get a mic and get like Audacity, and then go ahead and do your own thing. That would be amazing. So, all right, 24 viewers. So, yeah, a few more questions. Let's see. Let's see here. RC40 fan. Do a small stream on this channel before Google Hangouts dies sometime soon. Is Google Hangouts dying? I don't know. I feel like there's gotta be a way, like with OBS, where we can get other people to join. Nah, we could talk about that later. D. Schwal, do I think rookies in NASCAR have too high of expectations nowadays? Chat rate is a 3. What does that mean? I don't know. But, do they have too high of no. I'm going to say no. I feel like forever they've had high expectations. Like, for example, in Tony Stewart in 1999, there were high expectations there, and Tony Stewart was able to get the job done. Yeah, and like Jack Sprague. Yes, like Jack Sprague, because he was the truck champion for so many years, and he was doing well in the Busch Series. And you think, oh, he's going to kick butt in the Cup Series, but because of that Haas team, which is now Stewart-Haas Racing, I wouldn't say is a bust, because he did really well in the Truck Series, but he wasn't able to do much good when he was in the Cup Series for a short time. Let's see here. What else? I will check out Bad Flower Die Hard 8 here. I'll write it down here. And just to prove it, I have a post-it right here. So, excuse me. Bad Flower. Check them out. I will do so. All right. Is your boy Glenn with facial hair? Oh yeah, that's right. I did that. Smithfield, yes. Thank you for bringing back the cringy me from a year ago. Eric Kepling, your favorite NYS moments so far? When I won the championship in season 1, that was the greatest moment of my life. Let's see. Stop Mania, do you think that the races from 2010 were better than today's? Excuse me. Yes and no. Yeah. I say yes and no, just because like there are some things that are better like now than they were in 2010, but then some other things, and I would say, to answer your question, I would say yeah overall. I'm just trying to think. It's been so long. 2010's been 9 years ago. Did you guys realize that? It's been 9 years already. It's crazy how time flies. Afro Circus. Let's see here. Smithfield, my thoughts on Brian France. I do not like him. He is the devil. Yes. And if Brian France ever comes back to NASCAR, I'm officially done with the sport. So, very simple as that. But as long as Brian is out, then I am in. Straightforward. Let's see. 08 to 2012 was an underrated time car. So, a quick thought on car tomorrow. Sure. So the car tomorrow, my thoughts on it, like, it produced some interesting racing, but from a visual standpoint, it was not appealing, especially when it had the wing. Excuse me. Yeah, it just, I don't know, the cars looked so boxy, if you will. And because of all the downforce, it definitely made passing really tough. But it definitely made the drivers more aggressive. So I do thank him for that. So let's see. Okay, that's also a fair question. Tom's V8 engine. Would I like to revive or bring back Gravity Falls, or should we leave it the way it is? Absolutely leave it the way it is. And that is why it is my favorite cartoon show. Is because the show had a nice opening, middle, and end. And on the learning side, one thing I've been doing a lot of learning is so I have the collector's edition DVD. It's in my room right now, but I posted it online. I shared it with you guys on Instagram and on Twitter. So I've been going through each episode, and I've been like picking up different like story ideas and like things that are from there, and then it's like, how can I perceive it in my life? And how can I like flip it around and like make an intriguing story? Because, and I want to make something clear, Gravity Falls is a great show, but it's not perfect. There are definitely some little inconsistencies here and there. And then it's like, what if, because that's my thing, what if, we can fix those up and, excuse me, doing more logic and more illogical places. So I've been doing a lot of learning in that regard. And then also one thing that fascinates the crap out of me is frames. Because like in animation, like for the most part it's 24, but then there are some times where it's like 12 frames a second, but then there are other times where it's like 8 frames a second, and it's like, it's so cool where it's like it fluctuates. And I love that. It's great. It's cool. So, all right, I'm going to say 5 more questions. I'm going to go ahead and answer 5 more questions, and then we'll give this first stream a close. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this experiment, if you will. So, Eric, didn't you ask that? Yeah, you already said favorite. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Tomorrow is definitely going to be Halloween for sure. I'm not ready for winter, by the way. Let's see. Jacob Hunt. I actually did answer that question earlier in the stream. It is Winston Cup 98. That answer does not count. What am I, a duck? Count. Okay, first question. Wood Brothers. Pick 5 bottom tier Xfinity drivers that deserve praise. Tommy Joe Martins for a driver, even though he's in really low equipment. I definitely think that I love how he speaks out, and I love how he speaks truthful, and I feel like more people should listen to him. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. I'm gonna go to racing references here and look at. I'm just gonna go to the finishing order of the race today, and I'm just gonna look at the finishing order of this race. Okay. Let's see here. Bottom tier drivers. Yeah, Tommy Joe Martins for sure. Josh Williams, he's just been around a lot, and I have plenty of respect for him. Let's see. Stephen Light, he's been around forever, and you remember when he was at Rubber Yates Racing in 2005, 2006. Let's see. Landon Castle, I'm so glad he's still in the sport. I wish he had a top tier ride. And remember when he was a what do you call those? A developing driver for Hendrick? He drove the 24 Busch car at Gateway in 2007. I remember that. And then Brandon Brown. And I have a lot of respect for him, especially for taking time to call into the podcast. I think that's it. All right. Let's see here. It is a heck of a show. Let's see here. Crazy times indeed. Let's see. Die Hard. Okay, no, this is a fun question. All right, number 2. So 3 more after this. Have I ever been to a concert? So, have I actually ever been to and attended a concert? I have filmed concerts. So
in the winter of 2016, 2017. So the company Badlands that I was with, that I did the racing for in 2016, they had a little concert series as well, and I filmed some like rock bands and some of the bands you don't know, but the most popular one that I think you guys might know is called Everclear, and they were good. Like I don't listen to them per se, but like I listen to them on the radio. But yeah, Everclear is what's up. Let's see here. What else? Let's see. All right, so I have 3 more questions left, and I want these to be great. So let's see here. Let's see here. All right, Smithfield. I totally got your question. So 2 more left after this. What was your first race I've ever watched? Now, do you mean in person or in camera, or like on TV? I'll answer both. On TV, 1997, I believe it was California, like the very first race at California. It's one of those, one of those random memories that you would have, and it like sticks with you. And yeah, California. And then the first race I saw in person, I would say Pikes Peak, 1999, where Andy Santerre got his first and only win, which was crazy. All right. So I'm going to answer 2 more questions. Give me some nice, deep questions here. And then we're going to call it a night. Hold on. Okay, Eric, your question is fantastic. That'll be my final question. The one that you have. Let's see here. Yep, you're right. Let's see. Let me think here. Everyone believes will be a future co-star. Okay. So 3 questions, and I got them all in a row. So if you guys do type in a question now, it's going to be too late. But okay, I got my 3 in a row here. So first question, one from Vikings All Day 005. Name one driver in the lower series that everyone believes will be a future Cup star, but I think will turn out to be a bust. I'm going to say Cole Custer. Yes, I am definitely going to say Cole Custer. Like, I like the guy, and I feel like he does have potential, but I just don't think he has what it takes to be in the Cup Series. Like, sure, he can win those, 300-miler races, but once you get like 500 miles, I don't think Cole Custer has what it takes. And, but hey, it's me. I mean, hey, I'm the one that said Martin Truex was not going to win it all in 2019, and hey, he has 4 wins so far. So, but hey, that's what I think. Okay. Second to last question from Diehard8838. Should SpongeBob end? Yes. And for all I care, SpongeBob ended after the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Everything that happened after that just didn't exist. And it's one of those shows where, like, before I saw, like, reviews and other people talking about later SpongeBob, like, I just felt like, is this really funny? And it's like, Patrick being a total a-hole, and Squidward getting beaten up and, getting ridiculed for no reason whatsoever. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's horrible. I don't know. I just didn't like it. So, excuse me. Yeah, I definitely think the show, like, it was good for its time back in the early 2000s. But I just don't think, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think you need to do, like, anymore. And, yeah. And yes, Smithfield, yes, your boy, Cole. So, last question. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and then we're going to call it a night here, from your boy, Eric Keplinger, Michael Waltrip's #1 fan. Looking back now, what would I change on my channel if I could go back in the past? That is to, with one more spark, instead of going back to 1987, just continuing with 2002. And I would also go ahead and I would have not picked up the job that I have. And even though financially it would be hard at first, I believe, especially where everyone's gone, because like Danny B, Jarrett, Darian, have all like soared and passed by me. And again, like they deserve it. Like they've been active, they've been talking, and their podcast has been really good. But since I picked up this job, I have not been as active here on YouTube, and I know that has suffered. I've suffered a lot from that, and it's one of those things. Like, and even though like there were some little messed ups, like Terry Labonte missing Sonoma and Bobby Labonte not doing so well, but I also wanted to continue that train as well. Also, like I wouldn't necessarily do like One More Spark all the time because that'd be so boring. Like doing that all the time. I would also in the meridian, is that what it's called? In the median? In the middle, I would do other like different little like what ifs and shorts as well. Like for example, doing a little series of like what if Adam Petty was still alive, or random one. What if Ward Burton raced with Hendrick Motorsports? And it's like, and that's another thing too. Timelines. Alternative timelines are so cool. To the older people that watch Rick and Morty, that episode where there's like 4 timelines going at the same time. Oh, it is so cool. It is so cool. It is so cool. And I can do a Morty impression. Oh, geez, Rick, do we really have to go on more of these adventures? Yes, Morty, we have to go on more of these. Oh, he doesn't cough. I'm sorry. That was bad. I apologize. Oh, Morty, we gotta go on more adventures. Yeah, there we go. Cool. But I love alternative timelines. And if there's a job or someone out there where I can just create nothing but alternative timelines, that's my passion. And like the thing is, it's like putting logic in something that's illogical. Like going back to the What If They Don't Hurt series. Like I love just being in my room and just putting together this web of like where all these drivers go, and the whole idea of like if Ryan Newman is not in the 12 car, then he goes in the 02 car. It's just, it is so cool. And I would totally do like an alternative timeline like once a day, you know. And yeah, I would totally do that. I would totally have fun with that. And so the thing is, like I could totally do that and talk about it like in live streams, but that's where the visual stuff comes into play. And that's why I love like painting cars and making these races, because it's like, again, like even though it's a situation that would never happen, like for example the 2018 Summer Showdown, there's no way that 80 active cars would be able to compete at North Wilkesboro. But that's why I do the camera controls master stuff, and that is why I use Enter 2003, and that is why I paint the cars, because it's like, that's an awesome idea, and yeah, I could talk about it, but I would love to show it. And that's who I am. I love showing. And because Camera Control Master was a ginormous pain in the butt, I can't do it that way anymore. And that's why I'm doing this shift into animation, because it's like, again, I have these wild, crazy ideas, but I don't want to just tell you guys that. I want to show it. And that's where I wanted to have like other voice actors and like other people show off their stuff, you know? Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Okay, so it is 10:22. So I am going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a very interesting ride, and I love talking to you guys. Like it's like a little therapy session, you know? Just kind of like venting out, and it's like, I hope this does answer some of you guys' questions. And like looking back on it now, I kind of did not want to make those videos. Like they surprisingly took quite a bit of time, and especially with the work I have. Which, one last thing I do, no, I won't mention that, but I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I maybe can do this like once a week or so, like just sit down, chat with you guys, and then maybe once in a while have like another person come on down so that you don't hear just my voice all the time. And then like if I can get like a camera, I can go ahead and like take it out and like walk and like maybe move the camera and like look at like the display of all the cars that I have. Something fun like that. So I'm going to be doing some learning. I'm going to learn more about OBS. I'm going to learn more about Photoshop. And yeah, we are going to get some nice content on here. This channel is not dead. I am not old news. I'm just refining my craft, and I'm doing all I can to keep my creative juices a-flowing. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. It's truly an honor for me to be here and talk to you, the 22 of you guys. And that'll do it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And this is Griffin Spears saying so long. Until next time.